All right, so the next topic, uh, I'm gonna play the clip, and then we're gonna break it down. I ain't gonna take out what they're talking about. You'll hear what
Do
they talk about it.
it.
Lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of
All right,
course
I
you lie to
accept
me.
that.
Because I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
You
you the way I
must.
treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man?
Now
But
that's an
Yes.
interesting, huh?
I am not
Movie
your
is that?
Negro. It was a doc. Well, it was they were taping together, her and mm, the author of I am not your Negro. What's his name, Jay? Um,
It ain't Jay. I can tell you that.
I
I
can't
can,
think of his name right now, but yes, I,
let's call him
I
Terrence Howard Daddy.
that's funny. That's funny.
So, first of all, it was a couple things in there that I wanted to discuss. First of all, she starts off with lie to me. You lie to everybody else.
Mhm.
Fake it with me. How do y'all feel about that statement?
I agree. I agree in
I
the sense
mean,
that, like, I've listened. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead,
No,
take it.
I was gonna say I've actually listened to that full clip
So have
before.
I.
So, are we going off of just what we heard, or are we expounding onto, you know, the whole black woman experience? And like we could go deep, or we could just go off the cliff. So let's just so
I
it's
told
up
y'all.
to y'all.
I
It's
told
up
y'all
to y'all.
when if this nigga was gonna get in here, bro. I told you it was gonna be some
Just
shit.
ask him to be straight up.
But he's not lying though. If you listen to the full clip of what she's
Right,
talking about, she's not just
right,
saying like lie to me because
right,
that's comfortable, that's easy. She's
right.
saying lie to me because she feels like she's an easy target because she is his wife. She's his confidant. He comes home and all of his frustration and all of the things that he has suppressed throughout the day and throughout the world,
Mhm,
he then takes it out on her.
mhm.
And it's not fair to her because she's like, well, a lot of me, like treat me like you do your boss. Treat me
That's
like you
right.
do everybody
Same
out in
problem.
the
There we go. Same
world
problem. There you go,
where
man.
you're nice to them and you make things comfortable for other people, but then you come home to me and
And give me
I
your ass
wreak that.
kiss.
Yeah, you give me an acid kiss and you wreak havoc on me emotionally and physically when I'm the person that's protecting you so that you can go back out into the world. So that's
Absolutely.
what she was trying to say. She wasn't saying like lie to me, just be lying to me. She was
Right.
saying I deserve just as much care and respect and a safe place to land as you do, but I don't
Hmm.
get that.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's deep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what the
Um,
clip was
If
saying.
we can't, if we can't talk to you, who are we supposed to be able to talk to? I think
Agreed, but there's a difference between talking to somebody
And
and
going
using
off.
them as a
no, yeah,
a rag that you
Yeah.
wring out over and over and over again without thinking about what you're doing to that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're using that up and
the
not keeping that person safe as well.
and that's the interesting part that she said that I really wanted to get into when she
Got it.
said pretty much the people that love you the most get the least of you. The
Hmm.
person that loves you the most get the least of you. And I think you see that daily. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We tend to hurt the ones that's closest to us. Uh
Absolutely.
and that's in all kinds of relationships. That's romantic relationships, parent to child relationship, brother, sister, whatever, right?
friend
Uh
zone.
yeah, man.
So,
Okay, Chris, you have friend zone too. But from that, uh do you want to be lied to in that way with women? Or do you want to genuinely know the pressures and the stress and the pain and the hurt that and everything that he goes through daily? Do you really want to know what he's going through, or do you want him to just treat you well and act like you know he everything cool?
I don't want to be with a partner that has to fake it, that has to pretend to be okay when they're not okay. But I also don't want to be an easy target. So I think that's where the line gets crossed. Is it's one thing for you to have a safe place to express yourself and to tell me your woes and to tell me the things that are bothering you, which I will freely listen to and understand. It's another thing when you use that as a way to take shots at me when I'm not even the cause, and just being real, like I'm kind of going through that right now. Like if you have something going on and you genuinely are having a hard time, that doesn't give you space to say, well, because I'm not okay, I'm going to create a problem that doesn't already exist between me and you, because now that my world is shaky, we're shaky, and that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like you can genuinely have things going on around you and it could be pure chaos, and you still have a safe place to land. You still have a safe place to express yourself. You still have a safe place to go to get nurturing and all that stuff. But when you start firing at the person that's sitting next to you, because you can't do that in these other areas, in these other realms, you don't have anywhere else to express it, that's when it becomes a problem.
Agree.
Fellas, jump in there.
So, I mean, I can agree with a lot of what she said. Most definitely. I think a lot of times that men, as men, um, we're just common suppressors. We don't talk enough or about our feelings or emotions. All right.
Oh,
With
we
that
got
being
somebody new.
said, I finally found this podcast.
Yeah, that's one of our faithful from Man Down coming over giving us some love. Appreciate you, Mikey Brash.
What's up? A genuine lie. A genuine lie is beautiful. But I forgot what I was saying. um, dang, what was I saying? Oh, emotions. I feel like a lot of times going back to what Miriam was saying. As men, we hold on to a lot of things. I agree. It's cool to have a partner that you feel like you can express your feelings with. Tell certain things. But at the same time, a lot of times as guys, as men, we don't do that. Especially as it concerns our partners, or we tell them certain aspects of our life. Okay,
Slow release.
that's right. I had an older guy tell me one time, and I never forgot it to this day. I'm not mad or anything. He told me when his wife is at home in the bed, sleeping comfortably, and he looks over at her. He has he's good enough just knowing that she doesn't know the stresses that are going on in his life. Meaning
No.
she doesn't, right? I mean, which was, and he told me this years ago, a couple of decades ago, and I've never forgot it because it's like as men, that's what we do. We bottle things up a lot of times. We're not gonna tell how we're feeling. So the lies, if you want to call them lies rather than suppressing, is what men do. I wouldn't really call it lies. I would just call it suppressing some of our feelings. But Miriam is absolutely right. No one wants a partner that's going to come home and everything that happened. That's right. Everything that happened to me at work. Now I'm mad at the whole house and I'm going around. Just doing whatever. Did you cook? You ain't cooked tonight. Just being very. So that's my take on it.
There's a difference between a slow release and a dump, and a dump is where the problem is, right? It's just unloading everything all at once. But a lot of men have mastered the art of the slow release, right? I'm gonna tell you just enough to let you know that I care enough that you care about me to let you in, but I'm not gonna tell you everything because women are sponges when it comes to, you know, stuff like that. And now on top of everything that you have to deal with, now you have to deal with my shit, and I don't want that, right? I appreciate the fact that you do care enough to understand and recognize that there is something wrong, like there is something going on, but I'm not gonna dump the whole thing on you. I'm gonna tell you, you know, little bits here and there. I'm strong enough to still, you know, go through it as regular, but I can, you know, let out pieces of information here and there, so that way you don't feel like I'm shutting you out or I'm excluding you or I'm just shutting down completely, because then that becomes a whole different situation. You're not vulnerable, you don't open up, you don't talk to me, and then that's another thing that we got to throw on top of everything else. Now you're not happy because I'm not talking enough. And so the slow release is definitely a key piece, but a lot of people do just dump, and it's mainly because they haven't mastered how to balance that hold in, let go, right? So when they dump, it's just that breaking point, right? Everybody's bottle is different sizes, right? But at a certain point, everybody's bottle gets filled up to the point where it's just something, your 13th reason, your last straw, that the bottle just bursts. And whoever is unfortunate enough to be the closest one there is the one that's got to pick up all that shit you just spilled out. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably your spouse.
Now I'm gonna
Mm.
y'all don't mind if I spin for a second, do you?
Do it.
This topic, man, is wild. I didn't expect it to go here, right? Me personally, I don't usually open up a lot, and you know, throughout history, that becomes problematic. I feel like though it's part of my responsibility to protect you from things, and a lot of the things that I deal with on the level that I deal with them on, it's unfair for me to put that on you. Like I understand that you want a piece of it, you know you want to hear about it, you want to take control over. I mean, not take control, but you want to lighten my load, so to speak. You know, me personally, and I don't by no means think that my situations are the worst in the world, or woe is me or nothing like that. But it ain't real fair to dump that type of shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I process it, and usually I hold my ship together pretty tight. My ship got watertight integrity. You know what I mean? For the most part. And then sometimes, you know, I need a moment. I need a break. I need to try to figure out, uh, you know, how I feel about this or how to move on to the next thing or whatever. Because I don't think it's fair to dump a problem on someone without even having a solution or whatever. So I think, you know what I mean, for everybody it's different. How much you're willing to withhold, and why you're willing to withhold it. I mean, because one could say that past experiences, someone may take your hurt, your pain, your stress, your situations and weaponize it, and now you don't trust anybody with it. You like,
Mhm.
nah, I'd rather keep it to myself than have to hear about it a year from now or 2 years from now, or in an argument, or you know, at the scuttlebutt or whatever. And then, you know what I'm saying, you know, or and then me, I process better when I'm not focused on it. I could be doing something else, and then it hit me. Ah, this is how I should have done X, Y, and Z. So you know what I mean? It's one of those things, man, and it's different for everyone. So it's an intricate song and dance that everyone must do, I believe.
I
So
think that's
I
another.
oh, go ahead.
I think that's another part of the slow release is like, um, I'm going to dictate what I tell you, that I feel comfortable knowing that just in case you try to weaponize something back, this ain't gonna hurt me like that. Whether, or you know, the other stuff that I'm going through, that I know, like, if that were to come back up, that I would have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like, I'm gonna pick and choose what I tell you, because I know if in the future it comes back, what I can deal with in an argument, or when you're not, when you're in a bad mood or something and you want to throw something back. Me telling you this instead of me telling you this, I can handle better.
So, for one thing, you shouldn't be with somebody that's going to weaponize what you're truly going through. That's just terrible and disgusting, first of all. But second of all, what if you have a genuine partner, a woman that can handle the dumping? It's not the dumping that hurts. Like, I really want men to understand that it is not the dumping. I'm gonna have days where I have word vomit, and I'm just gonna go off, and I'm gonna cuss, and I'm gonna say what I got to say, and I'm gonna do what I got to do, and it's not gonna be directed at you. And I expect a man to have those same moments where, you are talking and just expressing yourself and letting it out. Like, that should be a safe space, I feel like, in a committed relationship. The issue is that when a man, in my opinion, and this is just from my experience, when a man's life is not going in the way that he wants it to go, he then becomes possessive, and there's an inability to understand that there's not an issue in the relationship just because everything else is going wrong. So becoming possessive and making the person feel like they're not safe to express themselves or safe to be a support, that's where the problem comes in. Because you might have a partner that has an insight that you don't have. You might have a partner that has an idea that you haven't thought of that could very well be helpful in your situation, or even just a listening ear.
Unknown caller.
Oh, we got a caller. I'll be quiet.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
I thought we had a caller.
Yeah, we do. But go ahead, finish your thought.
Okay. So for me, it's just like the dumping is not a problem. You don't have to, quote unquote, slow release with the person you're with. Like, that should be your safe place to land. But that also should not be an opportunity for you to start throwing daggers at that person just because everything else around you is going wrong. That's where it becomes an issue, because now everything that person does is an issue or a problem, or you find something wrong. And it's like, whoa, buddy, like, I'm not the issue here. We've got these other things going on. And when I say we, I mean, I'm here to support you. I'm here to love you. I'm here to care for you through this. But you're creating a problem between us that doesn't exist. And if your partner is listening, that partner is going to communicate that. And if you continue down that path, now you got a problem in your relationship. And now, oh Lord, woe is me, the world really is bad. And your partner's like, what blindsided. Like, I know for me, I felt blindsided. I'm like, what? Come on, like, I'm not the enemy. Like, I'm not the enemy. I'm on your side, and you shooting at me. I done caught 3 straight bullets.
Right. Caller from DC, you there? All right, hold on. What the heck?
DC, man, I know it ain't who I think it is.
Right. Is it Slim?
I know it ain't who I think it is.
Yo, can you hear me? What the heck? All right. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Therapeutic rap. What they know about that?
DC Slim, my man.
What it do, ladies? How y'all doing, ladies? One thing I'm gonna tell you, man, I love me some black women. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey.
Hey, look, I'm gonna put my little 32 cents in this real quick. All right, I'm gonna go back to this live thing because I just learned something today, man, and it all clicked, right? First of all, love costs money. Let's put that out there first, all right? And this ain't gonna work unless we got cash. So as far as that friend thing y'all saying, friend zone works on looks and sex. Let's be real with that. You can only be my friend if you ain't attractive. Don't ever forget that, because if I don't want to smash you, we just gonna be cool. But this live thing, right? As far as like men, look, man, I put in the comments, it's the same motivation we use to pick up chicks. I think I understand what this lady's saying, man. Man, I forgot what I was about to say because I was so anxious to say it. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I see what she's saying, man. She said, fake a little bit, be real. Women can't do that because y'all lie gonna be a little bit more worse than ours. I think y'all better lie, so it just ain't gonna work out right. But our lie is something a little different. I don't really know how to explain it, man. I just wanted to show some love, man. Therapeutic rap, man. What they know about that, man.
I mean,
Y'all
we
keep doing what
appreciate you.
y'all do.
Hey, make sure you
Appreciate you,
subscribe, Slim, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Come on, man. I'm already on your line, Slim. Come on, man.
My
I
man.
got you.
My man,
man.
100 grand.
See you later, girls. Y'all be good.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That's the homie DC Slim, man.
Like it. Shout out to DC Slim.
That's the homie, man.
Shout out.
So one thing that DC Slim said that like literally almost made me like want to pull my hair out is not a lie, but it's frustrating.
Unknown
And the
caller.